First short track of the season on the pole tonight. We have Cola Motorsports, as well as he's in the booth with us as an IRR. I have Robbie Racing, Coach Matt, and Dougie Tibbetts, and hopefully Owen Bridges will be joining us later. That's New Kebab Quantum. Say hi, guys.
Hey guys, how you doing?
How's it going?
So on your screen right now, you're seeing first place. That's Cola Motorsports. Outside them, or outside of him, is going to be BPS Brennan. This is going to be his best starting position of the season, followed by Flash Nide, Trinity, Beast Mode, and Coach Matt, another one of our guys here in the booth. That'll round out your top 5. 19 drivers expected to be here at the Concrete Mile 100. Let's start with you, Dougie Tibbetts. This is your first race of the season. I believe that you started the dash races at Daytona, but you've been unsuccessful in making it here for the season. So here, starting week 4, what are you looking at trying to get points-wise here?
I'm just looking to go out and have a decent run, get a better feel for the truck. Like I said the other night, I'm new to the whole custom setup stuff, so I'm just here for experience, really.
All right, so you heard it here first. Dougie Tibbetts expects to be running dead last most of the week, or most of the night. Isaac Motorsports, or Cola Motorsports, sorry, Isaac. You're starting on the pole here. You told me that you didn't expect to be running up front, that your truck wasn't that great, but sitting on the pole, it definitely has some power. So how are you looking at entering this race as you're just outside the playoff bubble? All right, breaking news. He's on Do Not Allow, so I'm asking Ghost to y'all. But he just wants to keep his nose clean, and that's going to be pretty easy to do when there's nobody in front of him to start it out. So definitely expecting some good things out of him. Who else we got in here? Coach Matt, top 5 qualifying position. I believe this to be your best. What are you looking at for this race? What's your outcome you're hoping for?
Same thing as Cole. I'm just trying to keep my nose clean and avoid getting in any incidents, especially in the third stage. I just want to be in position to, compete there at the end.
All right, and last and finally, Robbie Racing in here. Robert, what are you looking at as you are the truck sponsored by the Richmar Florist, sponsor of the league here? Don't forget, tune in on Twitter, check them out, give them a like. But yeah, Robbie Racing, you're going to start 12th, about mid-pack here. You ran a few laps up front last week, and then this week you're going to be starting again mid-pack, closer to the rear. What are you hoping to get out of that Richmar Florist Chevrolet?
Well, first thing is I'm hoping not to lag out. I'm definitely hoping for a top 5 tonight. We've got a lot of quality drivers in here. The Munster Mile, it is a tricky track, especially that turn 2 when you're on the outside line. But I'm definitely looking for a top 5 and to bring some points home tonight.
All right. And just so everybody knows, again, real quick, this is the Sim Racing League. Sim stands for Simulated International Motorsports, as we do have a guy from the UK created the league. That's Robbie Racing. We have a Canadian admin. That's Arcam. You'll see him. I help out with the admin. We have AJ Storm helps out. And then, of course, we have a Puddin'. So we have a mixed variety of people in the adminship, but we are going to get ready to start the timer here. I just lost Bro Chase, so I'm going to give him a second to get back in. Can someone send him an invite so I don't have to blue screen?
Yep, I'll send the invite now.
All right, so here in about 45 to 60 seconds, we'll be starting the timer. Sorry about the late delay. Unfortunately, I started the stream a little bit late, couple minutes, so just trying to get the pre-race stuff in. As we go through the rest of the top 10, you got AJ Storms starting 6th. Billy Holcomb, he's going to be on the inside of row 4. And he's also our points leader entering tonight. No wins, but he's our points leader. Then you have Rubbenham. He starts in the top 10. Dougie Tibbetts and War round out your top 10. So trying to get going here, waiting on the drivers.
How are we looking on the points side of things so far coming into this race tonight?
Right, yeah. Give me just a second. I have to pull it up in the chat party here. So points, we have Billy Holcomb, pretty good lead, only 2 playoff points, but he has 117 points. Driver that you're not going to see anymore, but wide open, has 6 playoff points, 108. Coach Matt rounding out the top 3 podium positions so far. Then we have Flash 9 with 98, McLovin with 92, War with 91, and then a considerable drop off to Dark Knight, AJ Storm, New Kebab, NASCAR Extreme, Robbie, and Trinity. And as I said, Cullen Motorsports is just outside the playoff as he's sitting in 13th position right now. With that said, Bro Chase is back in. We're going to go. Okay. I'm going to let the timer run and see if he joins. Okay. Unfortunately, Nuka is trying to join in right now. I'm going to let the timer run down to about 4 or 5 seconds, see if we can get Chase back in one last time. Boy, difficulties already. Don't know how I feel about that. Alright, guys. So I'm going to start the timer and I'm going to back out. I started the timer, yeah. Alright, sorry guys, going to blue screen real quick. Alright, and so there we go. AJ Storm took over the lobby, and I'm joining. Bro Chase, it shows that he's in there. Owen Bridges, New Kebab Quantum, he just barely put a setup in, so he's no test laps on that number 88 Ford F-150. Sitting here waiting on the loading screen. Looks like we're getting ready to go green. As there we go, Cola Motorsports leads them into turn 1. Brennan on the outside, Flash 9 following Cola. Those guys are good buddies. Trinity Beast Mode, co-founder and admin over at the Old School Motorsports Series. He's now in 3rd place as he's able to get around Brennan. As you've seen, the outside line is not where you want to be on these restarts. Brennan started outside pole and he's already outside of the top 5 within 1 lap. 1 lap in here at the Concrete Mile, and Cola Motorsports is going to be your race leader. How many laps you guys get to the stage? 22 lap stages. I believe they only have about 20 laps to the tank. So somebody may back down, try to save the lap and a half. Unfortunately, we've had a little bit of an issue with that here lately. And so we're hoping there's no saving. But, you know, saving a lap is a little bit different than saving 5, 6 to 10 laps. Cola Motorsports leads them into turn 3. Flash 9 is about a truck and a half, 2 trucks behind him. Trinity Beast Mode right on his tail in that number 94 Sunoco pickup truck. I don't know the manufacturer there. Toyota looks like. I'm going to scroll through the field. There's Brennan. You've seen how much distance he's now lost as he's in that number 15 Ford. He's looking like he's in about 8th, 9th place, something like that. Flash 9 running in 2nd. Trinity 3rd. Coach Matt is that 5th place, I believe, behind AJ Storm, right in front of Billy Holcomb, your points leader. So he's looking to make up some points. Keep in mind here, guys, you do get top 10 all get stage points. These top 6 seem to have broken away, and it's pretty single file already. Not a whole lot of action going on here, but expect to see these trucks start getting loose as we run about 10 to 12 laps. That's typically when people's setups start falling off and that right rear or right front starts burning. Let's scroll through the field a little bit further. There's Rubbin'em back here. He's racing with Puddin' and newcomer to the series, C. Stevens. In that 21, he had a little bit of issues last week, right after taking over the truck for somebody else that was having issues in that pickup. So we're hoping not to have any 21 issues this week. I spun Higgins there in the 16, following the 15. That's again, that's Brennan. Brennan gets really loose on the exit of 2. And Dougie Tibbetts is going to make up the position. That's a nice looking Toyota. Good side-by-side battle here. More towards the rear of the pack, but Dark Knight and War racing. It looks like Brennan spun out again in the middle of turns 1 and 2 that time. Keep in mind we do have damage on here at the Sim Racing League. There's a look at our CEO and the sponsor as well here for the Sim Racing League, Richmond Florist. Unfortunately, it looks like Moore is out of the race. Keep scrolling through the field. New Kebab was definitely testing, putting in his paint scheme, or setup as he's in his test scheme here tonight. The battle up front is intensifying as Flash 9 has now closed that 2.5 truck gap. Made it within about, looks like, what, 2-3 tenths of a second to Cola Motorsports and that number 17 Ford. This is Ford on Ford crime for the lead, but look at the distance they have over third and fourth. These two trucks are checking out, and anybody that knows how to work with each other here, the draft is only set on normal, but you can utilize it to your advantage and do exactly what they did and pull away from the field, possibly save and make it for sure where it's just going to be the two of you guys battling it out for the end of the stage. If you get a second, what's the lap count? 13 to go. Trinity Beast Mode sitting back there in third. I don't know. It looks like that might be Billy Holcomb, who's moved up into fourth. Scrolling back through a little bit here. Brennan struggling here in that number 15. Flash 9, Trinity Beast Mode, and that is indeed Billy Holcomb sitting in fourth with AJ Storm in fifth. Coach Matt looks like he's fallen a little bit further back. He's sitting in sixth with NASCAR Extreme sitting in seventh. These guys, not very many of these guys are new to setups. For the most part, these guys know them, but they're usually running up in the Cup Series at a lot of different leagues that they run in, and so for a lot of these drivers, this is their first throw in with the trucks, but we're making everyone start low and work their way up into the Xfinity and then Cup. And so you're seeing a different breed of, or variety of talent here, as you have talent from most leagues truck all the way up to Cup Series caliber. Right now, Cola and Flash 9 proving why no matter what league they run in, they are two of the best in the game. As it looks like a battle here between the 40 of War, 98 of RKM, Dark Knight going to the inside of RKM, and here comes Robbie Racing and his buddy Puddin are right behind him. Should be coming to 10 to go this time to the leaders. Nine to go for the leader, Cola Motorsports. Not sure what happened as I was looking through the pack, but Flash 9 has fallen off a lot. Oh, apparently he's saving the lap and a half of fuel. Keep in mind here at Dover, you will lose anywhere from a lap to 2 laps on pit road. So it's catch-22. Anybody that stays out, they might save fuel, get the stage win. It's only a lap and a half. Next stage, they're not going to have that opportunity. And so if you only put people 1 lap down with them being able to pit at the end of the stage, or just before the stage break, they probably will not pit at the stage break, therefore giving them the wave around and getting back on the lead lap. Cola Motorsports is flying in this 17, as he has told me as a little birdie in my ear that he is not going to back it down. He will run it all out, and he's going to have to save some fuel. It looks like, though, he may be the only truck doing that. Dougie Tibbetts in this 16 Toyota Tundra. Man, I really like that truck, though. War's trying to catch him. Looks like New Kebab has already made his way up past this whole group as he's in that test. Scheme 88, bright yellow, nothing else on it except for the numbers and the logo, Ford F-150. What do we wait, 3-4 to go? Alright. 5 laps remain for Cola Motorsports. Get a little ride along here with New Kebab as he's starting to catch the likes of, I believe that was AJ Storm and C. Stevens. Not sure what happened to AJ there. He was running up in 4th, 5th place. Looks like he's fallen to about 6th or 7th. Not much battling as everybody's pretty single filed out. The biggest battle on the track seems to be the back with Dark Knight and Robbie and Puddin and all them, as they have 5-6 trucks all close together. Chase Williamson out there, aka It's Your Bro Chase, he was in the lobby. I waited until you got in the lobby, then started the timer. There was only 2 seconds left, then you lagged out. Unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot I can do there. Dark Knight trying to get his way past Robbie Racing. Just kind of scrolling through the field, guys, letting you guys all see all the drivers out here. Coming to just a few to go, though. Cola Motorsports in the 17. Looks like he's going to start dealing with some lap traffic. James Martin, hello. Thanks for tuning in. That is 2 to go, yeah. All right. You're not really fun to watch, though, Isaac, as you're like half a track ahead of the remainder of the field. Flash 9, I believe, still in second. Looks like he's got a pretty big lead over the rest of the pack behind him, as well as I see nobody in front of or behind him. Oh, there's Coach Matt, Billy Holcomb, Trinity Beast Mode. Coach Matt making his way up into 3rd place. Good run for that number 2 Chevy Silverado. Coming.
Yeah, the 21.
All right, so apparently the 21 ran out of fuel. I'm riding along here with the 16. Looks like he's also going to try to hit pit road. No harm, no foul, as long as these guys pit again. All right, so stage winner, you can't hear him, Isaac Smallwood, aka Cola Motorsports. Coach Matt, you finished up in 3rd place. How's the truck feeling? How's the racing out there? Is the track a little loose tonight?
No, track's fine. I mean, at least my track's not really kind of loose at all. I'm bringing more right front than anything, so my truck might be tighter than loose. But I mean, the racing's really clean. I think people were going back and forth between trying to save and trying to make it, since it was only having to do 1 lap. So there's a lot of back and forth there. But no, I mean, the racing's been great and clean. Everybody's holding their line, so it's been awesome.
All right, that's what we like to hear, definitely. Looks like C. Stevens said he took just a half can, didn't realize the stage was going to end, but as long as, again, as I said, as long as he pits, no harm, no foul. Chase Williamson still a little upset out there in YouTube land. It happens. Some people have internet connection issues. Let's see if I can get the top 10 running order for you. Top 10 at the end of stage 1, so these guys are all going to receive stage points. Cola Motorsports, Flash 9, Coach Matt, Billy Holcomb, AJ Storm, Nuka Bob Quantum, good run from him starting in the rear, Robbie Racing, Rubbin'em, War, and Puddin' Knievel. I didn't think I would ever see that man's name associated with the top 10. Getting ready to go green here in stage 2. Should only be about 19 to 20 laps. It's usually a little bit shorter in stage 2 than stage 1. Cola Motorsports leads them to the green flag. Flash 9, Coach Matt, Billy Holcomb, and I think that's AJ Storm? Yes. All right, cool. I'm not a complete idiot. Robbie Racing out there on the outside in the Rich Mar Florist Chevrolet. He's trying to make his way to the front, but again, that outside line is horrible. But Flash 9 is doing much, much better than Brennan was, but we also seen that Brennan was fighting with a very loose race truck. Man, that sounds weird to say race truck. Good battling up here by good buddies. Ford on Ford, followed by a Toyota, then a Chevy, followed by another Toyota for your top 5. You got Nuka Bob Quantum looking for 6th on the inside of Robbie Racing. Trinity Beast Mode got really loose on the exit, but good save. War gets up into the side of the 33. That's Rubbin'em. Puddin' makes a bold move and passes multiple trucks. Again, something I never thought I would say. Oh, what a hornet's nest back here. BBS Brennan looks like he's tightened that truck up. Still running in the rear, but look at this. There's 7, 8 trucks all under a blanket here. Flash 9 still running in second. Top 5 are a little bit closer this time than they were last time, but actually the first couple laps of stage 1, the top 6 had broken away. This time just 5, but Robbie's trying to reel them in and make up some ground on these guys, and after last week's lag out, try to improve and get some more points in the stages here. To those of you that don't recall or weren't here last week, Robbie actually won a stage. Yes, Robbie Racing won a stage. And then his internet said, yep, we don't believe it, we're kicking you out. Flash 9 sitting in second right here behind Cola Motorsports. Good little battle. He doesn't seem to be falling off like he did last time, but again, with a shorter stage, he should not have to be saving fuel. These two Fords showing to be the dominant two vehicles of the race so far, but it is still early as it's only just the beginning of stage 2. Is it about 20 laps this stage, guys?
19.
19, alright, so I knew something without ever looking. Billy Holcomb seems to have a pretty decent truck. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the draft of Flash right now. He might be just getting just a sniff of it, actually. But these two top trucks, they're the 17, the 13, these guys are running remarkable. 51 again, he knows how to get it done on the points racing as he is your points leader entering this race. Yet to win a race. Actually, we will be guaranteed a first-time winner tonight as our 2 race winners in the past, neither one of them are here. And to those wondering, that would be wide open. And then the man in YouTube land, Chase Williamson, he also got a victory here last week. Michigan was last week, I believe. Good racing back here for I have no idea what position, but rubbing them on the inside of our cam. Our cam is actually holding a little pretty strong out there. You have right behind that, you got Dougie Tibbetts and War. Looks like Dougie got a little tight, but he lifted and let War go. I didn't see a whole lot of beating and banging, and no wreck. Caution free here at the concrete mile 100 at Dover. Shooting over to you, Coach Matt, if you got a second. Pretty good racing right there behind you. You got Robbie, another one of the IRRs in here. You guys fighting hard, or are you just kind of coasting at this point, trying to make it to the end of the stage?
I'm just chilling right now. Like if Robbie gets to me, I'll probably let him go. My truck's tighter than I want it to be, and so I'm having a hard time holding the bottom like I want.
Alright, so you got it here first. Coach Matt just coasting around the track, and Robbie Racing pushing it as hard as he possibly can, struggling to keep up to the rear end of that 2 truck. I'm just kidding there, Robbie. But New Kebab start again. Very impressive to start in the rear, and just in the middle of stage 2 here. He's already moved up into, I believe that to be 7th place? Yeah. So that's the battle on the track right now, this battle for 4th. Coach Matt holding the position right now, but Robbie Racing wanting it and gaining ground, with New Kebab Quantum also trying to get into the top 5. See if I can get back to our leader. Oh, Brennan has heavy damage on that 15 Ford. He is having a race that he would rather not be a part of, I'm assuming. Cola Motorsports still leading the way. Flash 9 not too far behind though, so he might just be riding right now, hoping to make a move at the end of the stage. Looks like he went a little high, and Cola Motorsports makes up, or gains, about a truck length of distance there in turn, whatever turn that was. Trying to find some action for you guys. Looks like still this battle for 4th is the best action on the track. Robbie Racing trying to go to the outside. Interesting. Unsuccessful, of course, but he did try. These guys back here singled out. That would be Dark Knight rubbing them, C. Stevens. Higgins running by himself. That's War in that group. Puddin in front of Higgins, or Tibbetts, whatever. Yeah, so you have this 4 truck battle for, I have no idea what position. 5 laps remain. But it still looks to be the best race on the track right now. Is that battle for 4th, but with 5 laps to go, we are going to ride along here with Flash 9 and Cola Motorsports. See if Flash can muster up a stage victory, or if Cola is going for a clean sweep with the pole both stages and hoping to win the race here tonight. They may or may not come into lap traffic, as it looks like Brennan and his Ford, who's been struggling all night here at the concrete mile. He is just in front of these guys, about a quarter of a corner in front of them. Well, about a half corner in front of them. James Martin apparently is a Flash 9 fan, cheering against Cola Motorsports. Is that 3 to go? You guys didn't hear that, but the answer was yes, that is 3 to go. Fake news, just tell me when it's an accurate count. Coming to 2 to go this time by, so I was right when I said 3. Thank God you guys can't hear Cola as he's trying to mess up the broadcast. Brennan pulls over, lets the leaders go. No harm, no foul there. Unfortunately for him, he is a lap down, but we're going to be able to see here shortly. I would assume he gets the lucky dog as Cola coming off turn 4. He's going to take the white flag right here in front of Flash 9 in this number 13 truck. I don't believe, unless Cola makes a mistake, I don't believe the 13 truck is going to have enough time and or that distance is huge for 1 lap at Dover. And coming off for it will be Cola Motorsports, sweeping the 2 stages in his number 17 Ford F-150, followed by Flash 9, I believe Billy Holcomb, AJ Storm, Coach Matt, Robbie Racing, New Kebab Quantum, and I have no idea from there on back. Still caution free here at what is really a tricky track. We had 19 drivers start the race, 1 has lagged out, so we are at 18 drivers still on the track. Caution free again at a track like this. That's huge. Robbie, how are you feeling about the caution free racing, and is it playing into your strategy, or were you expecting more of a short run?
I was expecting a little bit of a mediocre run, not super short. I thought we'd have a couple cautions by now, but we haven't, so great job by all of these guys in here, and we're quite proud of them, really. You know, Dover's a tricky track and it can be a little bit rough, but these guys are definitely putting on a good show.
Yeah, for those of you that needed subtitles, because you have no idea what he said, just like myself, he was trying to imply that it's really good racing and caution-free is definitely positive. Good showing by all 18 trucks out there. Coach Matt, again, finishing the top 5 in the stage. How's the truck feeling? Is it the same, or are you still just riding?
I loosened it up just a touch, see if that does anything for it. And yeah, I'm just hoping this last stage goes green. The green flag pit stops and let it play out.
And as you say, green, we're under green. 51 of Billy Holcomb smashes the wall coming out of 2, but it looks like everybody is able to hold it. But the 16 gets tight under the 74. That's NASCAR Extreme 94 into the side of the 97. 97 back up into the 16. It's crazy. Back in the back part of the pack, 33 of Rubbenham and the 21 of C. Stevens have gone around. Hard contact, and it looks like we will see our first yellow flag here at the Concrete Mile. Hello, Puddin'. You should focus on racing, bub. Huh?
Yes, I've got a pit there. My nose is caved in.
Okay, so the 2 who was running up front, he's got heavy damage after the 51 catches the wall, and he's going to have to go under pit road, or down pit road here under this caution. That was crazy. Dougie, you were right in the middle of all that. What happened, and was that as insane for you driving as it was for me to watch?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not sure what happened. All I know is coming off 2 off the start, there's a couple got togethers, punched us up. I lifted, and I lifted like crazy in hopes to not get run over or run somebody over, and I still can't believe that I didn't go around, or somebody else next to didn't go around. That was pretty crazy.
After the caution flag, we had Cola Motorsports went to pit lane. Looks like he's going to restart 9th. Up front now, we have a new race leader, Flash 9 in the 13, followed by Robbie Racing, Billy Holcomb, New Kebab Quantum, and Trinity Beast Mode, co-founder of Old School Motorsports, on the inside of the other co-founder, Dark Knight. Flash 9, he's proven he's got a fast truck. Can Cola get around this traffic and have an opportunity to reel him back in, or will it go green from here on out and give Flash 9 the best opportunity to win? 88 smashes the wall off turn 2, collects the 97. 97 back in the wall after a little bit of contact with the 21. Puddin' is in the wall. Looks like he's coming to a complete stop in that number 26 Luna Chevy Silverado. Is that another yellow flag, guys? Yes, it is. Caution number 2 on the speedway. Getting really close to the idea of having no green flag pit stops here. Trinity Beast Mode had apparently something to do with that, but his truck looks unscathed here. That number 94 Sunoco Toyota. It's unfortunate there's not as many Fords in the trucks in Xfinity series. More strategy being played as we have another new race leader. It looks like Rubbenham in the 33, as well as the 21 of C. Stevens, Dougie Tibbetts, Flash 9, and Robbie Racing rounding out your top 5. James Martin out there saying they're getting excited. Stage 3, you always expect some hard racing, and once these strategies get played and you have some guys that were running in the rear up front, it usually causes a little bit more of an aggressive restarts, as people know it's go time, it's crunch time, and while everyone's together, you want to make up as much room as you can. 51 in the wall, contact from Coach Matt in Race Reporter. Good battling here. Flash 9 all over the rear end of that 33 of Rubbenham, but Rubbenham gets to say he led some laps at Dover. Man, I'm having a hard time talking like I have no teeth. Flash 9 to the inside. This is for the lead. C. Stevens sitting there. He's going to try to make a move, but it looks like Rubbenham's going to be able to come down in front of him. Both those trucks look like they got a little loose off of the corner, and Robbie Racing's just hoping they don't take him out. Still pretty good racing here. Again, top 5, top 6. They're singling out. Looks like Rubbenham caught the apron. He's going to drift up just a little bit. Stevens to the inside. He's going to get the position as they come off of 4. Robbie Racing still trying to work with him. He's looking for podium spot here in 3rd. Trinity Beast Mode, AJ Storm, all trying to train the 33 on the inside. While we're under some green flag racing. Oh, sorry, stop that on a horrible truck. Let's try to get along with Robbie for just a second. And with that, we're going to do the Sim Sounds of Racing presented by Richmar Florist, and we'll start off with the 20 Richmar Florist Chevrolet. Alright, right there we've seen a little bit of contact. Looked like the 33 of Rubbenham on the outside got royally loose, come back down and caught the 17 truck. That would be Cola Motorsports, as Cola again trying to deal with the traffic issues that he's having after pitting when some of the drivers decided to stay out. Yeah, sorry, James Martin. I didn't mean to do the whole ramrod. It just happened. Flash 9 still your leader. Looks like Robbie Racing now in that number 20 has made it into P2. Followed by C. Stevens, AJ Storm, Trinity Beast Mode, Coach Matt. Brennan has made it back up into the top 10. Looks like he's running, what's that, 6th place? Yeah, seems right. May not be, but seems right. Billy Holcomb on pit road with heavy damage on that number 51. Going to give you a lap around with Puddin. Honestly, I just like this truck because I have a dog named Luna, and that's his sponsor. So we're going to go ahead and ride around with him for 1 lap. Entering turns 1 and 2, you're supposed to try to hold the bottom the best you can. He gets a little high, comes back down, up off the corner. You want to get as close to the wall as you can without catching the glitch that 704 Games is still yet to fix in 3 NASCAR heat games. He catches the apron, comes back down low as best he can, drifts up to the top side, comes to the start-finish line, and that's a lap around the track with Puddin. People out there in Chatland not happy necessarily with each other, but you expect that in stage 3 at a short track. Not much room, but a lot of drivers trying to get as much positions as they possibly can on these restarts. See Stevens sitting in 4th. Really good run for him, but he's under fire right now by the 94 of Trinity Beast Mode. who's looking to the inside unsuccessfully. He's going to have to tuck back in line as he's under fire by the 2 of Coach Matt. Trinity still trying to get underneath him on the exit of these corners and try to get a good entrance into the following corner, but he's just unable to do it. He does seem to be a little bit faster, but it's all picking and choosing your line as he's so far, again, unsuccessfully able to get by that 21. And here comes the 15 outside pole sitter. That's BBS Brennan. Motorsports on pit road. Heavy damage. Looks like is your night coming. I'm going to go with yeah. The battle here for 4 is still heating up, but the 13 of Flash 9 is having no issues of things heating up as he's just walking away in that number 13 Ford F-150 in front of Robbie Racing and I don't remember who was in third. Thank you for that, James. '94 right here. This is for 4th, 5th place as C. Stevens, Trinity Beast Mode, they're still fighting it out here for 4th place. Coach Matt and Brennan seem to have fallen off. Probably has to do something along the lines of Coach Matt said that his truck's a little bit tight as the run progresses. So I would assume that's the scenario. And is it there, Matthew?
Well, the 94 and the 21 are up there battling, and I didn't want to push the issue and cause an incident, so I'd back off just a little bit and let them deal with it, and I'll get back up there.
Makes sense. So he's just riding thinking there might be contact. And again, in these races, that's okay to do. Dougie Tibbetts, what position are you running in?
We're currently P10 right now.
P10 and hitting the apron in that number 16 Toyota. The truck's looking good. I don't see a whole lot of damage all over there, so that's definitely a positive. And again, for your opening night here in the series, a top 10 position out of 18 drivers is definitely a good showing. So good job so far to this point there, Dougie.
Yeah, 10 for it, thank you.
Looks like green flag pit stops have commenced. Your leader right now is the 20 Rich Mar Florist Chevy of Robbie Racing as Flash 9 has already come down pit road. Robbie, where are we looking at on the tank? You running just within a couple laps, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's it, man. Good weather.
All right, good talk. As he said, I'm right, but he won't give me a count, and I can't say I blame him there as he is on air in case somebody else is listening. AJ Storm has picked up the pace in that number 4 Toyota, and he is all over the tail end of that 20. He's about a truck length behind, maybe a truck and a half, but he was about 5-6 truck lengths back last time I checked on the 20. So this 4 truck has picked up the pace here just before pit stops.
20's pin.
20 coming to pit road. You heard it here first. As Flash 9 tries getting out of the way, he has to drift up. That actually slows down the 4 of AJ Storm. So we'll have to check on that when these pit cycles go all the way through. I know typically the guy that pits first, after the cycle is all done, he usually runs up with the lead simply because he makes up so much ground. The fun part about that, though, is you also start losing the ground almost immediately as the guys with the 4 fresher tires that pit later on start catching you. So we're going to have to keep our eye out on that as the 4 of AJ Storm coming to pit road right now. And also, guys, real quick, AJ Storm, and maybe you've heard of him, Smoke Fan, they have now started a thing on iRacing. So if you guys are interested in some iRacing, go ahead and get a hold of Avery Jarrett or Smoke Fan and try to get in on their new deal, as that's, I believe that's to be starting up here within just a couple weeks. We see Puddin and Dark Knight, they're both coming onto pit road together, literally together. Arcam coming off pit road. There's New Kebab, Cola Motorsports, his night ending early. That's unfortunate. Flash 9 on the track. We're going to have to just see where everyone sits. What do we got on a lap count there, guys?
22 to go. I'm on pit road right now.
22 laps to go, so we're just outside the fuel window here for these trucks, these custom truck setups. Will somebody back it down and try to save? And if so, it's going to have to be one of the guys that pit early. Whenever you guys get an opportunity, is the 13 truck the race leader?
Currently the 2.
The 2? Okay, so Coach Matt's the leader, but he's on pit road. So I would assume everybody's going to pass him and take back over the lead. There goes Flash now, so I'm assuming he's the leader now.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm right about something. All right. As he goes around Puddin and catching up on Dark Knight. Those were the two trucks that were connected. And it looks like Dark Knight got the best of that, as he comes out a full straightaway ahead of that number 26 Luna Chevrolet. So James Martin, yeah, out there, we are at about 20 laps remaining here. The negative about all this, now I have no idea where everyone's running. I know Robbie was in second during the before pit stops. I'm assuming he's still in second, but AJ Storm may be in front of him somewhere. I don't see him here. Trinity Beast Mode still running in. Robbie, are you in second or third?
I'm in second. Your top 5 is Flash 9, Robbie Racing, Trinity Beast Mode in third, Steve Stevens in fourth, and AJ Storm in fifth.
So this here is the battle for fourth. The 21 truck, the 4 truck, and there's Brennan trying to get into the top 5. Little contact between the 4 and the 21. 21 drifts up, does not catch the wall. Good save there by C. Stevens. And here comes Brennan trying to get to the inside of him. AJ Storm going to take off now. Billy Holcomb, after the unfortunate damage that he had earlier, he's still on the track. He's up to speed now in that 51. I know it looks like he's wrecked, but I'm assuming that he's fixed that. Again, one of those awesome things about this game is when somebody fixes their truck, it actually takes 2 times of fixing it before it shows up on our screen. Looks like actually he's coming to pit road right now, so maybe that is real damage. Trinity Beast Mode has now gotten around the 20 of Robbie Racing, and he is setting his sights on our race leader, Flash 9. Unfortunately, you just seen it right there as they were entering the straightaway. Flash 9 is nowhere to be found. The next truck in their sights is Puddin' Knievel, who is running 1 lap down. NASCAR Extreme, we haven't talked about him much in this all-black test scheme number 74. He's running pretty good. Looks like he doesn't seem to be too far behind Robbie and them, but I'm assuming him actually never mind, Stevens is falling off. So actually I believe NASCAR Extreme is running in 6th, 7th place, so good showing right now for NASCAR Extreme. And again, he's a YouTuber, so David Wallace is his name. If you're interested, check out his YouTube. He helps out with some setups as well as our own Robbie Racing. Dark Knight trying to hold off the leader of Flash 9, and I believe actually since the pit stops he has pulled away from the 13, and we are expecting one more round of green flag pit stops. As I say that, looks like BBS Brennan is on pit road right now. The fuel window is open, so anybody that pits from here on out can make it to the end. Flash 9 being one of the early takers to pit road before. I'm not assuming that he'll be able to back it off and save, so expect him to be coming down for at least a half a tank of fuel, if not right sides as well. Trinity Beast Mode and Robbie Racing, the battle still heating up for this P2, but it does look like Trinity's getting a slight advantage here. I don't know if he pit a little bit later or what, but he definitely seems to have a fast truck number 94 Toyota Tundra. Coach Matt going around BBS Brennan. BBS Brennan just coming off pit road, so he'll probably retake him as I say it. There he goes. Now, mind you, that is not for position, Matt. What position are you running in?
I'm in 5th right now.
Okay, top 5 for Coach Matt. Dougie, have you moved up at all? You still running 10th?
I'm running P8 right now, actually. Running solo.
I think
been solo for a while, actually.
Yeah, with the people pitting, I think that probably is changing it, rubbing them now on pit road, so he's probably just moved up to 7th.
Yep. Indeed. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how I play this one out.
Looks like Robbie Racing is now going on to pit road. I don't think I really need to ride along with him. Sorry about that, viewers at home. Riding along with C.S. Stevens, I believe him to be in 4th place right now. was running 5th, but again, Robbie Racing has already come to pit road, so that's going to put Flash 9, Trinity Beast Mode, AJ Storm, C. Stevens. Again, this not for position. Brennan is flying, but he has the freshest tires, and he is running a lap down currently. Really interested to see how this works out for him, though, because he was right on the bubble a bit breaking into the top 5, and so him pitting early like that, you can see how much ground he's making up visually on the track as he just passed the 21 and pulled up to about 4 or 5 truck lengths all within one straightaway. So that 15 truck is flying, but again, he has the 4 fresh tires. Flash 9 has now caught Dark Knight and is looking to go below him here as they get ready to enter turns 3 and 4. I'm assuming about 12 laps to go.
10.
And are you on the lead lap?
No.
But it is 10? Or that's
Yeah.
what yours said?
Yeah, I'm about to check. I'm coming across the line here. Yeah, 8 to go, and I've got 8 laps of fuel, so I'm gonna be
8 laps to
I'm
go.
just gonna have to push it. Coast across, I guess.
Flash 9 has pit. You can see it here. Yeah, Robbie Racing is right in front of him, so is Billy Holcomb. Flash 9 has the 4 fresh tires, but right now, Robbie Racing would be, after everyone pits, would be the leader until Flash is able to get by him. Which is right now. That's still, is that for position, Robbie? Yeah?
Yeah.
So 6 laps to go here in the concrete mile 100. Is anybody backing it off to save? Who you got as the race leader right now, guys? 94?
4
Yeah,
truck.
AJ Storm.
AJ Storm is your leader in that number 4 Toyota. Everyone that's running right now is looking for their first victory of the season. And it does look like the Ford may have backed it off a little bit.
Yeah, I pit during that last caution, so I'm probably wound up short, but I'm gonna try and push it.
Oh, I forget about that last caution, putting you guys at 22 laps, which is right on the edge of the fuel mileage.
Because some guys didn't pit, but I did. That's why I started so far back in traffic.
The 4 is your leader, coming to, I believe, 5 to go. Possibly 4. Looks like AJ's getting a little bit of loose. He is starting to lift a little bit extra, it seems to be. Didn't realize we were right on the edge of the fuel. Makes sense now that Coach Matt has explained it. Thank you for that. But AJ Storm looking good. If he can make it all the way to the end, I see no competition in sight here. Flash 9 Robbie Racing, I believe that they are back on the lead lap, but I mean, they're good. Half track behind. Looks like 33 of Revenum. He pit earlier, so I believe second place right now would be the 21 of C. Stevens.
I'm in second.
Okay, I'm going to shut up. Coach Matthew
Yeah.
Montgomery, he's running in second place in that number 2.
Yeah,
that
I'm
free to
pushing
go?
my truck and I'm not catching him, so I'm not sure if AJ's saving or if he saved enough.
Okay, so I was just lying when I said AJ's lifting. Looks like AJ's just running that much slower, but again, that's just simply because of the old tires. Everyone else out there with new tires just looks like they're going ridiculously fast. Will you let me know when you get to the line, Matt, how many laps remain? I believe this is 2 to go.
AJ's coming to the white flag.
AJ's coming to the white
Gas
flag
light.
now.
Just come on.
Wow, interesting. So AJ was pushing hard. He was catching on this fuel strategy at the end of the first green flag pit stops. Ooh, who just got loose? Oh, that was Dougie Tibbetts getting loose in the 16. Stevens is going around the 4, but that is not for position. Coming off of turn 4. Is AJ out of fuel? AJ may be out of fuel
I'm
here.
catching him. I'm catching him out.
He's out of fuel. Crap.
AJ runs out of fuel, but still wins the race.
Wish the race was a lot more. I would have run out too, but I was got in.
Who got P3?
KM.
Oh, no, are you kidding?
Nope.
Wow. And try to get those two up in here.
That's a heartbreaker.
Sounds like you were one of the few that pit.
I ran myself all the way up to P4, and I was 3 laps short. Came down for a splash, and it cost me 10 spots.
Hey, Robbie.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find Arkham for some reason. I typed in his name, it didn't work. Can you add him to this chat?
Yep.
That way I don't have to blue screen. I was trying to do it on my phone. In the meantime, we have Mr. Finish number 2. We have Coach Matt. You were running around the top 5 all night, so to say that it only came down to fuel strategy would be unfair. It may or may not have improved your position, but again, second place, congratulations. I know you're dealing with a tight truck. You said you were loosening it up on pit road. Apparently it worked well.
They would carry a lot more speed whenever I loosened it up. But yeah, that last caution made it a fuel race, unfortunately. I was able to save just enough. So I was pushing it there at the end, and whenever AJ ran out in that last lap, I was able to pull it to within 3 seconds. I took off like 3 seconds there at the end, but yeah, I mean, like I said, that last caution definitely changed it.
All right. Well, again, man, I want to say congratulations. That was a great job. And again, it had nothing to do necessarily with the fuel. You guys just seen it on your screen at home, but we had AJ Storm, race winner, also had the fastest lap of the race. So to say that he only won because of fuel, it may be true, but at the same time, fastest lap of the race, that's definitely a deal. And Coach Matt actually with one of the top 5 laps of the race as well. So again, congratulations to you and your team, and look forward to seeing you here next week as we go to, give me just a second. We're going somewhere. We're going to Chicago next week. All right. Thanks for responding when I said congratulations, but yeah, roger that. Coming in third, I don't know how this happened, a Canadian, an old Canadian, Ryan Morgan, a.k.a. RKM, comes home third in his number 98 Ford F-150.
Scary.
Yeah, very scary. Congratulations, man. I'm assuming you did the fuel strategy. Didn't really see a whole lot of...
I did not. I only saved 1 lap.
Oh. You pit that last stop, though, yeah? Under caution?
I pitted. Yeah, I pitted, and then I saved 1 lap on the last run, and that was good.
Yeah,
I
apparently
sputtered across the line.
Apparently, that was the key to this race, was that final pit stop. And I'm assuming most people didn't, thinking that we did have 3 cautions right in a row there. So some people were probably trying to gain track position. But either way, man, you pitting, you made the right call. You were running, what, 7th, 8th place most of the race?
No, I was back. Well, I'm about 11th, really. It's be good for a few laps, and then I get stuck behind somebody and just try and not push it in there and fall back. So yeah, it's about 11th.
Missing last week and coming up and finishing third here tonight at Dover. That's going to play a huge role on whether or not you're able to make the playoffs. So again, congratulations, Ryan, and we'll see you next week at Chicago.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, I didn't put your truck on the screen. There we go. That's his truck.
That's
Boom.
Okay.
Gonna try to find the race-winning truck. We have the race-winning driver in here. AJ Storm. Never thought that I'd see you in victory lane. No, I'm just kidding. Avery Jarrett, great run. You were running, again, same as Coach Matt, you were running around the top 5 all night anyway. So with or without the final pit stop, I think you had a top 5, if not a podium finish. But you were able to get the victory, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Taddy. No, there's a lot of people concerned about fuel and blaming people about saving fuel and stuff. But honestly, when it came down to it, I'll be honest, I saved about a little over half a lap. I wasn't really saving fuel. I kind of was just sitting in the draft, kind of just letting off early and into the corners. I noticed because I stayed out about 3 or 4 extra laps on what Flash did there before we would dive down pit road. And I knew that there was going to be people saving fuel, so I knew I had to stretch it out as long as I could. And when I come out of pits, I only had to save about a lap and a half. I saved about a little over half a lap, and I ran out actually coming down the backstretch. I don't know if you could tell there.
Oh yeah, you definitely ran out. Looked like entering turn 3, you ran out of fuel.
Yeah, I just set myself up. I noticed whenever everyone pitted, I had about a 9-second gap. So I knew, like, when I come off pit road there, I didn't have to run the car to its top capability. I kind of backed off about 2/10 coming out of pit road to save the tires because honestly, I was more concerned about my tire wear than I was fuel because I'm going to be honest with you, when I came to the 2 laps ago, I had 13% on my right front tire, so just proud to get a win.
We've had the issue of, here in the Sim Racing League, we've changed it from times 2 to times 3 to stop fuel saving. But again, and I'll tell everyone this, when cautions come out, it kind of plays into that role. And again, fastest lap of the race, so it's not like you were being a slouch throughout the whole race. And actually, just before you pit, I seen Robbie stayed out 1 lap less than you. He pit 1 lap before you did, and you were actually gained like 6-7 truck lengths on him just before he pit. So you definitely had a fast Toyota Tundra. And again, welcome to Victory Lane. This is your first win here with the Sim Racing League, as we were guaranteed a first-time winner, as Bro Chase and Wide Open were not here tonight. So again, congratulations. And also, just so you know, here on the stream, we spoke about it a little bit, but Avery Jarrett, he is the newest admin here at the Sim Racing League, as well as he and SmokeFan now are starting up an iRacing deal. So any iRacers out there, go ahead and get a hold of Avery Jarrett and or SmokeFan and try to get over there on the PC gaming.
Yeah, like Taddy said, I finally migrated over to the iRacing side. It's kind of losing my confidence and my strive over here on the heat side because it's been a while since I've been in Victory Lane, but it felt good to finally have a pretty quick car. I worked a little hard on the setup today after I got home from work, and honestly, it feels pretty good with everything going on in my life right now. I got a lot going on, and kind of shaking right now. I didn't expect that going into the night, but then when I finally got on the racetrack, the setup just, I could tell I had a really balanced car. I don't think I was as fast as Flash or Cola. I was like a 3rd place car. I would say me and Billy Holcomb were kind of similar, but I noticed towards the long run I kind of had a pretty fast car for once, so I don't know, just feels good. Smile on my face. You got a good thing going over here. I'm proud of Robbie, I'm proud of Taddy, proud of RKM, proud of all the guys. There's a lot of potential in this league. I see guys like Trinity, that C. Stevens. I've never even heard of that guy. We've got guys like that running up front that I really never even heard of, and it's awesome to see the community grow, and nothing but positive things coming from me.
Yeah, big shout out to C. Stevens. This was the first week all season, race number 4, that we haven't had an issue with the 21 truck. So kudos to him, actually running top 5 all night long. With that said, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast here from the Concrete Mile presented by the Richmar Florist.
Hey,
this has been
AJ.
This has been the Sim Racing League, aka Simulated International Motorsports. We got one of the American admins in here, and we got a Canadian admin finishing on the podium. Unfortunately, our United Kingdom admin and our Puddin couldn't make it, but definitely a great race to all you guys, and we'll see you next week at Chicago.